to today's reading. Today I'm coming out the tail end of a cold, so if my voice seems a little more sultry than usual, now you know the secret. Today we're going to be reading from my Kiz Oracle. Let us begin, as always, by shuffling the deck, and we will invite Spirit to come join us and share some messages with us for our greatest good. Okay, we've got a card jumping out here. Let's just place this on top, and we will draw from here. Feminine energy, ungrounded, relativity, feminine energy has a very watery quality to it in terms of feeling. We might have the sensation of emotions flooding our brain. I used to have recurring dreams of tidal waves. One dream in particular involved driving my car along the coast of Big Sur and the road being flooded and carrying the car away. And this is indicative of feeling overwhelmed by emotional energy. So, what we're seeing here in response to this rising of feminine energy is that some are feeling increasingly ungrounded by it. So we see here on the picture someone who's laughing and their head is tipped back. The neck is pinched. You could almost look at it as if they are gasping for air. They might feel like they're drowning or on the verge of drowning. Now, the muscles at the back of our head connecting the neck, the head to the neck, are called the suboccipital muscle group. And for someone who has suffered trauma, these muscles are typically very tense for the reason of trying to block out pain signals from getting from the body to the brain. So this can manifest in a number of different ways, and headaches is a very common one. So the waters of feminine energy are rising, and as a result, some are trying to block those signals. We see this person is laughing, so levity is a very common defense mechanism. Not only is it a distraction from painful truths, but it also helps keep that tension in in place for blocking out those pain signals. So we see here relativity. We've got a person who's looking up here toward the sun, and over here is a rock which may view the person as a sun, because it's all relative. So we are returning here to the topic of envy, because it's always relative. Whatever it is that we envy in another person, there is someone else who envies something in us. Some situation, something we have. It's all relative. Whatever seems to us like a strength is also a weakness, relatively speaking. So we're being reminded here that everything is relative, and that the important thing to remember in the current situation is that what matters most is our own personal development, because all of us have something important to contribute to the bigger picture. All of us. And so, in order to make the most of fulfilling our potential, we have to be looking inward. And we have to be measuring by our own yardstick instead of by someone else's. And this actually comes back around to this rising feminine energy, because feminine energy is not about measurements. It's about feelings. And what we want to be working on right now is getting used to being in the water, so to speak. It's as the saying goes, come on in, the water's fine. It's not terrible. It might trigger our sensitivities a little bit. When I was a kid, I used to just have a full-on panic attack if I got water on my face or in my eyes, in my ears. That's those wounds that are trying to come to the surface. But if we focus on healing the wounds, we don't have to be triggered anymore. So the key point that Spirit wants us to take with us today is relativity. Relativity, it's all relative. You are no better than anyone else, and you are no worse than anyone else, truly. You're just healing, just like everyone. So, the important thing is your personal satisfaction with where you are, with who you are, and with your own authenticity. And so we just want to keep our focus trained on that initiative, and over time the discomfort of being in the water will subside. So that is today's reading. Thank you for joining us, and I will catch you